And this is Donnie. I'm talking to you from Code School here in San Francisco, Flatiron Code School, and I'm very excited to show you my project number 2. Today is the end of module 2 out of 5 modules, and so this is what I've made. I did a solo project, and so I'll show it very briefly. This solo project was made with the technology Ruby on Rails. Ruby on Rails is what we're working with. That's the back end. So what I've made is a Italki clone. Italki is a website that's for people that are learning languages, people that love to learn languages, and you can go on and get language lessons and meet people from all over the world and write comments about languages, all that has to do with languages. Really an amazing thing. So here's my little clone. So here's the welcome page, and you can see my hello there. And then we're going to go to hyperglots. Hyperglot is a term that's been coined on the internet, and you've heard of polyglots, people that speak 4 or 5 languages. Well, hyperglots are people that speak lots of languages, like 10, 12 languages. And that's been made possible by the internet in the last 10 years or so, because the information is coming so quicker. You can just learn a language so much quicker and so much better than you ever could before the internet. Anyway, so these people are called hyperglots. Oh, and by the way, before I go on, I have to tell you that they did a study of hyperglots, and what they found, what they have in common, they have found certain characteristics, personal characteristics in common about hyperglots. Hyperglots tend to be male, they tend to be gay, and they tend to be left-handed. So I qualify. Anyway, so, all right, so hyperglots. I'm going to press on hyperglots, and let's go in. Okay, so you get a list of all the hyperglots: Donnie, Thomas, Antonia, Hero, and so on. And then you can see what languages they're studying. And then you can click on to get on a name to get the profile. So here's my profile. Here's my hyperglot show page. These are the languages I'm studying. I've completed 5 lessons. By the way, that's active. So there's a formula. A method in there to calculate how many lessons I have, so that keeps getting updated itself. Then it tells what date I had my lessons, and you can click on all these things. So there's lots of stuff to click on. We can click on a lesson date, and we can find out about that lesson was. There's my name, and then I can click back on my name, or I can book another lesson here. Let's just go back for a minute. I can keep clicking forever. And let's see. Let's register as a new hyperglot. Let's see, click here to register as a new hyperglot. So let's think of a new hyperglot to register under. Oh, I know, Mozart. And he's studying, what shall we have him study? Farsi, and let's have him study Somali, and then Amharic. That's the language of Ethiopia. Isn't that fun? That would be to keep him busy for a while. Now it says, make me a hyperglot. Okay. So that we just made him a hyperglot, and he can go in and edit and delete his profile. He can just go here. Here's his languages, 0 lessons, and here's the date he has had his lessons. Anyway, hyperglots, we can go on. Let's go on to another thing, and we can sit there and play with the hyperglots all day. So the language teachers. So here are the language teachers. You can click on one and find out more about these language teachers, or you can leave them a rating. So let's find out about Sonia. Sonia is teaching Chinese. And let's go back and think about ratings. So you can leave people ratings here. So you have to select the teacher, and you have the person leaving a rating. Maybe Mozart's going to leave a rating. And let's say, sehr gut, and then it'll leave a rating. So it has to be a rating between 1 and 5. Now suppose I put in 9, very bad boy, put in 9. It's supposed to be between 1 and 5. Look what happens. I get an error message. That's something else I put in, so you have an error message. Rating has to be between 1 and 5. Well, how about that? All right. Well, of course she's a fabulous teacher. We've got to give her a 5. And there we go. Now we're on the teacher's rating page, and we can leave another rating, or we can find out more about any of these teachers here. I know who Sam is. And Sam we also have average teacher ratings here too. That's another method I put in. Now he doesn't have any ratings, so it's a 0. See if I can find one that has ratings. I think Christina. Yeah, Christina. Everyone gives her 5. She's really good. So her average rating is 5, and then we can leave her a new rating. Now let's go over to study comments. Study comments are things that people write about their studies. They're not comments about teachers or lessons. There's just things that are interesting about what they're doing. There's a lot of that on italki. So Thomas wrote, "What fun," and I wrote, "Je ne sais quoi." Or grammar notes. I also wrote, "Now I can swear in Chinese." That was quite a lesson, boy, I tell you. Then also was trying out some of the foreign fonts. You can write in Chinese, 我很喜欢, or как интересно. And I put in some Hebrew, mazil tov. So that was fun. And then we can write a new comment here. I'm going to write a new comment. What should my comment should be? I'm showing off my website. There we go. Create a new study comment. And here it is back here. I just put a new comment in. Last thing, oh yeah, that was comments. We're going to do ratings. So let's see. Andreas has some comments, and then those are the comments that people have left about him. He doesn't have any ratings. Let's leave him a rating. So we're going to leave Andreas, and I'm going to say, what should I say about Andreas? It was alles klar. There we go. And let's leave him a 5. There, we just gave him a 5. This is the average teacher rating for all teachers. So we have very high quality teachers. 4.4 is pretty good. All right, my dears, so that is it. That is the end of our tour through my site. So I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll look forward to seeing you again. Take good care. I just have to figure out how to turn this thing off. Let's see.